60 Minutes doubled down last night and aired yet another completely fake hit piece on Trump. It was absolutely incredible. I've got the footage and the breakdown for you. But first, we can never forget how 60 Minutes edited out and completely changed a word salad answer that Kamala Harris gave before the 2024 election and replaced it with her answer to a completely different question. Here's the actual answer that Kamala Harris gave to the question.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
Here's the edited version where they replaced her answer to that question with an answer she gave to a completely different question.
Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
One of my favorite parts about that whole thing is how even though all the footage is out now and we can see clear as day what they did, news outlets will still report it like Trump claims that 60 Minutes did this, or Trump accuses 60 Minutes of changing Kamala's answer to the question, even though it's all right in front of us. Not only did they completely change her answer, they also left out a nearly 20-minute portion of the interview where her answer sounded like this.
We are a people who have ambition and aspirations and dreams and optimism and hope. If you look at the character of who we are and how we have achieved the strength that we have achieved.
Anyways, enough about Kamala Harris. We all know she's a moron. Let's get on to what 60 Minutes did last night. By the way, I've got way more to say about this and every other topic I cover on this channel. If you want my unfiltered report that goes too hard for YouTube, get a copy of my weekly newsletter at thematthewsreport.com. Link in the description, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check back for more reports. So last night, 60 Minutes did a wall-to-wall show where the entire thing was a giant hit piece on Trump. So they started off with a segment on Greenland, and the whole premise of their segment was, oh, Trump's so bad, he's so offensive to Greenland, all the people of Greenland hate him, and they took one haggard old man in Greenland who obviously hates Trump, and they made it seem like his perspective spoke for all of Greenland.
Akwelaklinga, an elder Inuit statesman, once represented the Arctic population at the United Nations. For him, Trump's Greenland fixation is more than troubling, it's offensive.
When he mentioned Greenland, like it was a toy or something.
You noticed that?
We all noticed that in Greenland, all of us. And it was ugly.
Surprisingly, they didn't show any footage of all the hundreds of people who mobbed Don Jr. at the airport when he arrived there last month.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. How are you guys there? Oh, look at that. Well done.
But don't worry, 60 Minutes always takes time to thank their sponsors.
Bill Gates' advice on how to combat mistrust in science at 60minutesovertime.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Then they moved on to a Ukraine segment with Volodymyr Zelensky, where the whole thing was, oh, the whole war is Trump's fault. Trump's getting all these people killed in Ukraine. Trump's a Russian. Trump loves Russia. And how dare he even mention the fact that Zelensky has canceled the elections in Ukraine.
Trump rewrote history, saying falsely that Ukraine had started the war and calling the democratically elected Zelensky
A dictator without elections.
I believe, sadly, Russian narratives are prevailing in the U.S.
Now for some real news. Here's some real footage of Zelensky in his career as an actor and a gay exotic dancer.